I'm gonna go over the trade that I took in the morning session, which is nothing but in Nasdaq. In Nasdaq, I took one buy entry and it got stopped out. I'm gonna explain why I took that entry. Mhm. Just starting with daily time frame. Market is super bullish, close above this high, which leave this fair value gap open. So inside this range, we need to be bullish. Got it? End of Asian candle. This is the today Friday candle. Friday candle. 4 hour we don't have much to talk. End of all time high. Started selling off after that. Inversion for selling. What about 1 hour? As you can clearly see after that after that after it print the all time high, the down close candle, it's kind of structure shift. Like holding the price pushing lower. This is nothing but the news candle, right? Yeah. Yeah. This is nothing but the news candle. Data low and data high. And this fair value has been 1 hour holding the price. It's kind of holding either side. And it's a nice accumulation inside this range. There is a current swing. And its price accumulated inside the range. And as you can clearly see, it's speed. Now it started this place and this fair value kind of holding the price, pushing lower. So we move on to 15 minutes time frame. You can clearly see that. What? Asian session, London session, and you can clearly see that accumulation. Previous day low, previous day high. Yeah, previous day high and low. Low, and you can clearly see what happening here. Is trading inside the range, London range, Asian range, and it's kind of displaced. Sweep the London and Asian low, rebalance to downward fair value here. Now start to sell off aggressively towards downside, all the way towards the previous day low. Nice market open, big flush to the downside. This is where I start to execute my buy entry. The reason why my buy entry is not worked because it's reverse. It's worked until this power gap because after it's sweep, it's a nice reaction all the way towards upside. This whole candle is just to fill up the fair value gap. After it's filled up the fair, it reverse its direction, flip all the 5 minutes convected fair value gap and clear out this leg. Then it prints a market maker model late afternoon around 12:30. This is 5 minutes time frame. You can clearly see there is a market open. You can clearly see there is no liquidity speed. Market open, big flush to the downside, straight. Go all the way down, all the way towards the previous day low. As soon as the previous day low swept, as soon as I got the inversion, I entered my position right here using one minute time frame. As the confluence. It's worked all the way up to the 50 minutes fair value, then it's reversed its direction. You can clearly see how beautifully it's flipped both the fair value close below and that fair value and that bullish fair value which got ran through acted as inverse. How beautifully it stopped at 50% level. The next candle gave the nice confluence. So if the market is believed it should hold rise, but unfortunately it got ran through and that's tiny 5 minutes earlier, 1 minute earlier falling the price. And you can clearly see this stop exactly at the 50% level. Waking up, the next candle gives the confluence, structure shift in inverted time frame. It was below the previous candle. Retest, big displacement all the way towards this low. This low. As soon as it's clear of the first leg, what happened next? It's flipped the family gap. Right after it, it's flipped the family gap. Went to low, fell to clear of the high. come all the way down. Speed low, swept this low, clear up this and this high. Beautiful market maker by model. I'll explain it in 1 minute. So 1 minute, this is where we review the first entry model. Yeah. As soon as we get the fee, liquidity is fee, one more time swept, displacement. I entered my position right here and expecting some continuation, but unfortunately it's got reversed its direction. Initially kept my stop here and moved my stop to this point. And I got stopped out on this range. Then I closed my laptop and walked away. After that, what happened? Nice confluence. After it flipped the 5 minutes value up, it traded up against into the 5 minutes inversion. As soon as it tapped the 50% level, this 1 minute 5 value up give the nice reaction, big displacement. Nice reaction. It's kind of vehicle low. Nice reaction, big displacement on this 5 value up. Kind of holding the price. Swept on last time, close below, gave one more structure. No, then what? Clear out this liquidity. As soon as it's clear out the liquidity, what happened next? So sunset has been taken, then what? Rebalance to this family up, it's got ran through, so we might get tempted here. But what happened here is it's go all the way up, print equalize, come down. So for the whole swing, it's print equalize, it's flip the value up for the whole swing. This is the discounted fair value up. Getting tabbed, go all the way up, start to displace, go all the way up, fail to clear out this liquidity. Still, this is the draw liquidity for me. And I patiently wait and see if I was in the market. I supposed to look for this kind of entry pattern. So current swing, liquidity speed, big displacement, 50% level, value gap holding. One more time, sweep the internal inversion. So this is where we can expect the entry and targeting these equal highs. And the final high would be this obvious entry model. Liquidity sweep, internal we expect inversion. There is no inversion here, just a model, just a manipulation move. Swept inversion and it's close above, which means a structure shift and this value of holding the price keep on going higher. That's what I did. That's it. That's what I did in Nasdaq today. So Euro USD, I did shitty things today, pure dirty thing. This is what I did in the morning. I was like, first I explained the high time frame, then I why the hell I did tilt the entries today. Keep on hopping that direction. One, two. Let's move on daily time frame so I can explain it in a clear way. So what happened in future forex today? You can clearly see it's keep on going higher and higher, printing higher prices. As soon as it sweep the high, I start to expect lower prices, right? Sell side has been taken. Sorry, buy side has been taken. So we can expect what? We can expect some retracement for this whole spring, right? That's what I expected. That's the reason why that's not the reason why I'm shorted on buy today. This is just higher time frame buyers. We can expect some reversal, not a reversal like a pullback for high time frame at least. There is 1 hour time frame, sorry 4 hour time frame. It seems like the 4 hour family holding the price inside this range. I need to be bullish, and it's a sweep displacement. If inside the 4 hour family, I should be bullish. There is no point for me to go for bearish. This is 1 hour time frame. What happened here is as soon as it sweep all the liquidity, as soon as it sweep all the liquidity, big displacement to the downside, which also leave this 1 hour family up. So, and I was like, yeah, this value holding the price, it's tap the breaker, this value holding the price. But I don't like this price action genuinely, to be honest. Honestly speaking here, I don't like this. Um, what the hell is that? Let's not more things is there. Yeah, man. H1 bullish fair value. Yeah, that you can clearly see there is no structure, there is nothing. Price come all the way down. It's a clear rebalance to this fair value. You can clearly see the liquidity. There is no structure. There is no fair value gap. There is no displacement. There is no volume. So I'm not trust this more. So as soon as it's entered, so I considered this low at which means the previous day low as a target for me for today. So that's the reason why I plan for short inside this fair value. So price also reach inside the 1 hour fair value gap. So I was super bearish since the buy side has been taken, big displacement, fair value holding the price. There is no structure. We pull back. So I was like bearish today. The 15 minutes time frame. As soon as I saw this thing, like so the liquidity has been swept the last time. What happened here? London high sweep and that high almost time swept on lower time frame. I got my entry model. I expect execute the entry, but I break one it and I get it stopped out at break one and I started doing all those gambling things after that. And you can clearly see the obvious thing is there is no structure, there is no entry model today. In 15 minutes, there is no structure, there is no displacement, nothing. From my time frame, like from 8 o'clock itself, it's kind of choppy market. It's not even going higher, it's not even going low, it's kind of choppy market. That's the reason why I got stopped out multiple times today. 15 minutes time frame, this is a 5 minutes time frame. And you can clearly see in 5 minutes time frame what happened here. This is the data candle. Step 1, 2, 3 liquidity. After swept the London high, nice reaction towards downside, right? After swept the London high, nice reaction towards downside. Come and sweep this low resistance 1, 2, 3 liquidity, and this value of still holding the price. Now what? Structure shift, big displacement. Again, the same price action like explained earlier in Nasdaq. Nice reaction to the upside, close above the size, which means a structure shift. And this is a fair value here. Tapped, failed to clear out this liquidity. Sweep the thing one more time. So this is where we can expect some model. Put the stop at this low, targeting this or this high. That's a continuation model. Big displacement structure. So 50% level. Step one more time. This is where we can execute some positions. But most of the times, if the price reverses its direction without taking out, cleared out this high, which means the probability of sweep the high and going higher if the market is bullish is higher. So that I what missed it today. So in 1 minute, I can explain it what kind of thing which I've did. New York session, bro. Yeah, this is what I did, bro. Right before what? So this is what I did after sweeping the London high. What happened? After clear up the London high, it's give some reaction towards downside, manipulation leg. I consider it as a manipulation leg. Big displacement fair value gap. Clear up this high. What happened here? The last form the fair value gap, holding the price, pushing higher. Clear up this leg. One more time sweep. What happened? Big inversion. As soon as it sweep the high, like London high taken, boom, clear this high, last travel gap, clear this high, one more time sweep, inversion. This should be the entry model for me, and stop should be here. If that's the thing, if that's the case, what might be the take profit, bro? TP1, TP2, TP3. If this is the TP1, even though if this is a TP1, we still get a good risk reward ratio here, right? TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, and TP5, London lows. So what happened here? This is where I execute my position. I understand that sweep, inversion, big displacement, flip all the fair value up and give the structure shift. And this is just and it kind of tap, come lower, go again, sweep the last, tap the breaker, come and this almost give me a moment. Okay. What happens? So I'm not trusting this since I trust the higher time frame like 1 hour fair value gap. So I'm not trusting this kind of things. So since it cleared out this London high and I got the market make a sell model, I expect this fair value gap to run through. I didn't trust that. So I consider it as a first leg. When I was in the market, I clearly identified the flip. I consider it as an internal sweep, flip, enter my position here, put the stop at this side, targeting what this should be technically this should be the final first target, but I didn't close it. As soon as price closed below this range, I kept my entry to break even and I got stopped out at break even. And price not hit my London low, the target, but it's cleared out almost at least three sell side liquidity, right? Yeah. Reason why it was an entry for me because in Euro USD it cleared out this high, it's printed SMT here. So it already a model, swept, flip, structure shift, and it's an internal com so it's print a low, print a high, sweep. This sweep worked until which point until this high. You kind of come the whole manipulation move is just because to sweep the internal liquidity inversion. If this get inversed, then we are right. So as soon as I get an entry here and execute the position, I expected to see this value up to flip. It's got flipped. Unfortunately, I moved my stop to break when that's where I get stopped out and it gave a really nice move towards downside. And once I get stopped out and I saw this, this is a news candle, so I should not enter here, but I unfortunately entered. And I saw like big family getting flipped, big displacement. I entered the question right here, not kind of chasing the price, purely chasing the price and targeting some lower prices right like this. But unfortunately, it reversed its direction, flipped its fair value gap, stopped me out at here. Here I lost almost 2%, and I not only 2%, but also my mind. I lost my mind, and then what I did, I understand this thing. It's kind of sweep some liquidity, flip this big fair value gap, give this structure shift. You can clearly see the strike. Big fair value getting flipped, leave these imbalances, give structure shift with big displacement. So inside this fair value gap and this fair value gap, we need to be bullish. I knew that, but unfortunately, I marked this 5 minutes fair value gap. Once as soon as it's closed below, I entered my sell position, put the stop at the high. I got stopped out again. Second, first break even, stopped out 2%, stopped me out at here. I was like, okay, fine. So if it gets stopped out, which means what? Liquidity sweep, structure shift, fair value flip, big displacement. So breaker, so fair value gap, breaker fair value gap inversion. So I again entered my position here, put the stop at this low. I was like, I'm not holding this position to get stopped out here. As soon as I identified this internal model high, low, structure shift, I already have flip, I entered my position here, put the stop at this high, expecting the lower prices, the London low. That was my target. Hereafter, I didn't execute any position. One, two, three, four. This is my fifth position. So I was like, I knew that it's a clean market maker buy model printed here, flip big displacement. So inside this range, I need to be bullish. I knew that, but I unfortunately flipped its direction here. I was like, right here. I was like, high, low, sweep, inversion plus structure shift. So I entered my position here, put the stop at this high. And expecting some lower prices. At least this data low, at least this news candle low. I expected that, but price come all the way down and gave me 1 is to 1.5 and reversed its direction and stopped me out at this point. Here I got stopped out and it's reversed its direction. So what happened? What's really happened here is nothing but the same thing. So market up. So sorry, what about this? This is a clean liquidity. This is not an entry model. To be honest, this is not an entry model that I supposed to took. This is a clean liquidity here. Price come all the way down, sweep to grab some liquidity. Nice inversion. So as soon as I saw this inversion, I should execute my position here, or at least this candle, or at least this candle. I didn't do that. This was my take profit. If I execute my position here, 1 is to 1.1 is to 1. And you can clearly see that. Wait a minute. And you can clearly see that, right? After sweeping this three liquidity, what happened? Big inversion, structure shift, structure shift, structure shift. We have two fair value gaps. Either it should hold or it should hold. This is the fair value aligned with this inversion. So what happened here is come all the way down, tap the breaker, tap the like tap the breaker, tap the fair value gap. Here it get tapped, right? Here it gets tapped, failed to clear out this high. Instead it come all the way down, swept on last time. This fair value still holding the price. Now we got the inversion with displacement. This This is the candle. This is the moon that worked until this point. So everything worked, but I'm not good. My first entry is also worked. If I'm just sit on my hand just after exiting my position, like where am I? Shit. After executing my position, if I just put my stop here and sit on my hand, waiting for at least this liquidity to take. I could have caught that, but unfortunately, I got break even. I stopped at break even just because I moved my entry to break even. And this entry and this shot. This two entry is supposed to not take it today. I should avoid it. This is purely gambling. This is purely chasing entry. Should avoid it. There is no recommendation for that entry. And this is nothing. This is not. You can clearly see it's a clean market because the model is printed here. To inside this range, you need to be bullish. You knew that. You knew that. So I'm just waiting for this value. So this is an entry model. Yeah, it's tap the breaker, tap the value gap, inversion enter. Yes, it makes some sense. If it goes higher, it should be like that. But it's what happened. It's failed to clear of this high. Instead, come all the way down and sweep the low. This has also happened. You knew that. You are already aware about it, right? So so I should avoid this sell and this cell, yeah, this cell, and I confused myself with 5 minutes flip, so I entered my short here. So this cell entry and this cell entry, these three cell entries should be avoided today. And initial entry was good, really great, and this buy entry, there's nothing to complain about. If just stick with this model, I might stop out here, but I can execute some position right here. So I knew that always it's going to be like that only, right? That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, have fun.